See, everyone will say that follow your passion or chase your passion. So, what is the passion, by the way, in your point of view?
These are my thoughts. Okay, what does passion even really mean? So what is passion? Passion anana, it's something where you like to follow something or do something which excites you. People also say like do what excites. So that's known as passion, where you won't get bored doing it over a long period of time. So let's discuss about passion in this. So to get passion, the passion can be driven by two things. Okay, one is like
Okay. You are saying that how you found your passion, or how someone will find their passion.
this is like how someone can find their passions. So passions can be
Okay.
found using internal triggers or even external triggers. So let's give an example. Okay, so for internal triggers, we need to figure out something which pushes from internal side. External triggers means something which pushes externally. So external triggers are so easy, like the internet, the things we consume in the internet, or like YouTube. Like these are the things where they are giving triggers. This is the best example for external triggers where we can get something, we can able to find something which excites us. So what do you think like internal triggers are like? How do you find like how do you find something from internally?
Okay, let's say I'm studying in a school, but I was a poor guy, poor in studies. So what I'm saying was not in economically. I was a poor in studies. Let's imagine like that. Normally, my inclination towards books or study purpose will be less. So what I will do is I will try to escape from the books or studies anything
Hmm.
because I was not inclined to that. The reason may be thousand. There are thousand reasons for not to incline towards the books, but I will try to escape from them. So in this journey I might find cooking was easy or cooking was interesting. So if I cook something and feed someone, if they felt happy, I will ask. If I feel their happiness is my happiness, I found my internal trigger there. Okay.
Okay, let me rephrase. Okay, so this is like you found something without using the internet, like you.
Without external influence by someone or something. So teachers are not, the influence given by teachers to study was not influencing me, but if I feed someone my food, if they felt happy, there is something triggering me inside.
Okay, in this example, you are taking the first step. In this example, so in this example, the internet is taking a first step. Okay, let's number first என்ன பண்ணலாம்னா try to deep understand what are those external triggers
Okay.
are.
You can write an examples for that. Okay. For internal trigger, you can write a cooking example. Okay. For external trigger, you can take a fashion influencing those
No,
examples.
no. Actually, for these both are like what I say is like both can be interchanged. You can learn to cook in any places. Like if for you to find, so here is the passion. Okay, the passion is like cooking. So for here you to arrive, you need to have some internal or external triggers.
Yeah.
So triggers can be can't be predicted. Like both also can't be predicted. But this is happening inside you. This is happening outside you. You are not controlling it. Something is the place you are in is, has access to it. In this example, something inside you is pushing it.
Yeah.
So let's take one example. Okay, like let's say for example, in short, let's take both as triggers. You somehow found the trigger. Triggers na something which will
Lead us to passion.
push you like you have something. Triggers will push you to find your passion.
Let's
Actually,
say
the
you like.
process is reverse. Like you will be seeing these. By seeing this, you will be getting some internal or external triggers. So after when you find the internal triggers, you will be following it. So that's converted into
Yeah.
passion. Actually, this is in
Yeah.
reverse. So first, let's say for example, let me give an example. Okay, like let's take for example coding. Coding is something like how. Let me a little backstory of how I found passion in coding. Okay. Okay, coding now I think as I remember like when I was in 11th, in my computer science lab I think people used to create clones of something. Accidentally I found a clone of Google search. So I feel like it is super like you can able to code something which I am using. Like I feel like that's the mind opening thing which I found in my school days, which that is my trigger, that's known as external trigger, where my computer science computer lab. So this is external trigger which triggered me. So on the same day on the same day I went to home and started to search how I can code using my mobile. I think that's known as internal trigger. I am pushing it, like something initially some external thing pushed me on the same day. So I think this is like the internal trigger. So you need both. If I didn't get this external trigger now, I may not able to have my internal trigger. If I'm not able to find my internal trigger now, I can't able to find my passion. Things need to நடக்கணும், லைக் எல்லாமே கரெக்டாக ஆர்டரில் நடந்தா chronological ஆர்டரில் நடந்தால் தான் it will be working out. I think that's the thing in finding out the passion.
But the external trigger, internal trigger differs for each person.
Yeah,
It depends on the individual person.
I agree. Like I don't know. Like I might be have got, if I didn't get this trigger now, I might be searching for some other triggers. So the things might have changed. But for anything to happen, you need to have some external trigger, I think. After the external trigger, you will be finding some internal triggers. After your internal trigger, you will be finding some external triggers. Let's say, for example, I have found some videos. Those are my external triggers. இந்த ஸ்டேட்ல வந்து it is not a passion. The after when I able to run through every step, I'm not getting bored now. That's the time we can count it as passion. Like it takes time to build up the passion. So this is how, in summary, this is how we can able to find triggers. Okay, uh, you have something initially, you don't know what that thing even means. Like for example, photography or traveling or something, anything you have seen through your friends or around you, but you might not be doing it. Some external trigger might be pushing you. Initially, in my case, the external trigger is like my computer lab, some student did a Google search clone, so that is my external trigger. No one showed me like you can even do this using code. After that external trigger, I started to explore on my own. That's my internal trigger, and you found some videos in the YouTube.
Okay.
I feel like in the age of internet, this step was very easy. In the before age, I feel like we can able to go from step one, step two, step three. You can have some internal triggers, but finding the resources is hard in those days. This step is easier now. The only thing is like you need to have some triggers. Like when the triggers matched, you can able to find your passion.
Okay, somehow you found your triggering points and somehow you found your passion. Then have you ever felt any doubt?
So I feel like when you are following the passion, you don't have any doubt. The doubt only will come when you are trying to monetize it or make money. So you are saying like, I will say doubts as a distraction. Those are just distractions. Like they will come. Like I don't know. Initially, things moved quick. As I need to balance my school syllabus and my the newly invented, like newly discovered passion thing. There is no time for me to sit and doubt myself. As I am in a, like, what do you say, like a pressured environment, I will be using code to calm down myself. So as there is no time for me to sit and think, initially I didn't have any doubt. I just followed the thing. But what I will do is like I will start to count how many languages I learn. This is the thing. Like I will start to think like I know HTML, JavaScript. Like I will start to count those things. Like I don't know why I did. But I start to count like this. Like I know a lot of these. Yeah, of course. In between stages, doubt will come. Like if I am doing it correctly, like na correct பண்றேனா, or if I am moving in the right path. But those are just what do you say, temporary doubts, I will say. In the long term, it doesn't impact you.
Then how you set your passion as your goal? Like, okay, I want to pursue my passion as my goal. How you
Okay.
when you decide those and how you decide that?
Okay, actually, the thing is like I didn't set any goals also. The internet just moved me. YouTube has built a super recommendation system. This recommendation just set my goals. I think this thing set my goals and just moved me without me doing anything. I think this is the Most of the process has been optimized by the I didn't do any step. I just listened to it and started to consume what it said. I didn't set any goals. I didn't do any planning. I think that's how I plan the things. So let's talk about project. Okay. Why you need to build project now? When you are building something, you will be learning. Like instead of just sitting and consuming content, you need to do something. You are in a consumption side. Now you need to, after getting some knowledge, you need to go into the production side. So the production side is known as projects. So let me give example of projects. One example of project I did in my initial days. Okay, the thing is like I need to transfer my files from my phone to my laptop. I used to do it using share chat, I think. After some update or so, the share chat is asking me to enter password. Like the file amount will be smaller, like 1 MB or 2 MB, or within 10 MB. To transfer files between my phone and laptop, I need to enter some randomly generated password. Like it is taking a lot of time. So the alternatives are you need to email. I'm not an email person. We are just a app kind of persons, right? So I built an app where it replicates like search, like a chat like thing, like where you can send messages using chat. And also if you are in the same network, you can able to transfer files without using the internet. So my data charges won't be there. So I built the project. The problem statement is I need to send my any data from my mobile to my laptop. So after gaining all these knowledges, I feel like this is the thing which helped me to push my limits. Without this thing, I feel like I can't able to proceed to next step. So okay, at the end of the day, you need to build something. After when you build something, you will be unlocking the next step. This is the thing. In before phases, you are in the consumer side. These are in these phases, you are in the consumer side. From this phase, you are in the production side. I feel like these things will enable you to be in the consumer side. After when you found everything, so you need to go to the production side to implement what you learned. This is the step which unlocks next things. Okay, now let's summarize what we talked so far. Okay, photography, cooking, coding. These are the things which people need to follow. For them to follow, they need to have some internal or external trigger, which is the passion. So this is the I have said the little backstory how I got those internal or external triggers. Like how the in when you are continuing your passion, you will be having some doubt. I will consider it as a distraction. You just move on. Those are just distractions. After when you're done, after when you consumed and practiced a lot, you need to convert into a production side. In this side only, you will be learning a lot. In this example, I gave like how I used my problem to solve using code. The problem is I need to transfer files between my laptop and computer. Okay, I need to just send very small MB file. For that also, I feel like I need to enter a lot of things. So I solved using code. I feel like this is the step where this is the step for any passion.